Hello my dear students, welcome back. Today I am here with the last part of this chapter, interpretation of topographical map. Hope all of you have seen last 6 part of this chapter that I have done or explained different points in different videos. Please see serially all these videos so that you can better understand. This is the 7th part, is the last part of this chapter, and see some more information I am going to share. The question will definitely will be there in your exam paper. Okay, so here see today's topic of discussion, the drainage pattern, irrigation, representation of relief, and last is definition of different that important terms. Okay, so first we will start with drainage. Okay, we are going to start with drainage pattern. See students, drainage pattern. Drainage, what is drainage? Basically the area which is drained by the river and its tributaries, that is known as drainage basin. Mainly 3 that kind of drainage basin or drainage that type we can get to see here in our map. That is, first is dendritic, next is radial, number 3 is trellis or trellised. So what is dendritic? I think all of you have seen a tree which is having branches. Okay, so it is just look like that. A tree that is the main stream which is that flowing, and different, it is having different that the tributaries which is joining to it, and it is just looking like a that tree. Okay, that is known as dendritic pattern. Another radial pattern, you will get to see that this dendritic pattern over the flatland area we can easily see, but always this radial pattern we can see at the highland area where there will be so many contours, and contour means you know that it is having some height above the sea level, joining the places which is having same height above sea level. Here I have drawn some of the contours, and see over that highland the streams are going outward side or outward movement is there. Their arrow, see, by seeing the arrow it is very clear they are going outside. It means over the highland they are moving that outside. You can also draw like this way. This is the highland, and over this the rivers they are moving outside. Okay, so in the topo map we can't get to see this kind of feature, we can get to see this one. So we have to know how this radial drainage forming. So it is a characteristic that always radial drainage will have that close it means placement of that contours. Next, number 3, trellised or trellis drainage. Here it is most simple because you will always see this is the main stream which is flowing, and all the other tributaries it is joining at the right angle side. It means 90-degree angle they are forming. Okay, they are forming 90-degree angle here. Right angle direction they always will that also join to the main stream or main river. Okay, so this is known as trellis. So the main 3 this type of that drainage pattern we can get to see in our topo. You are getting to see here are that dendritic type. Even we can see this side here over the flatland. Here this is also branch of a tree like this. Here branch of a tree. Here branch of a tree. This is the flatland area. So these are the dendritic pattern of drainage. On the other hand, where there is in the forest area, see how the contours are close to each other. Contours, the brown lines it is showing. Are you getting to see? Here the drainage it is showing that the radial drainage. If I talk about these areas, see the streams are going outward, and here the highland is there. Okay, here also it is showing. So this area is having radial. Why? That you will also say it is also looking like dendritic. How we will get to know? But always radial pattern will have the contours also placement, or contour will be close to each other, and here see the contours height will be here height will be more, and over the highlands the stream are going outward side. Okay, and even you can get to see this kind of different drainage pattern in different parts of this topo map. Is it clear, student? Students, see here this part This is the main stream where the tributaries are joining at the right angle side. Are you getting to see, students, here? Here, this is the right angle side. This is the trellis pattern. Of kind of question it will be given to you in your exam. Any of that area of that strings of northings will be given to you, like this strings to this strings and that strings that northings to that northings within that area will be given, and it will be asked that what kind of that drainage pattern we are getting to see there. Okay, so 4-figure grid reference will be given to you, and then will be asked what kind of drainage pattern is there. You have to find out this 3 that drainage pattern within this given area. Okay. Now students, we will get to know about irrigation. We all know irrigation basically is the process to supply the water to that needy area. But why do we need irrigation? We need irrigation to supply the water when there is lack of water or when there is no rainfall. Okay. In that, in our given that topo map, we can get to see that so many dry tanks are there. Dry tank, if I say so many dry tank and some also other well also there, even some canals also showing there in that map, which help to irrigate the cultivable land. Okay, so these are the different that basically ways through that we can irrigate our that cultivable land. Here students, see the part of topo map. Here a reservoir also formed there and set up there. From there a canal, it is also that it is coming towards that also cultivable area or that agriculture area. It means through that canal it is supplying water to that cultivable area. Okay, this kind of dry tank also you are getting to see. These are the dry tank where black are also black. These are the dry tank which also basically used to store the rainwater, and it used at the time of that when there is lack of water to irrigate the land. Okay. Now students, we are going to learn that representation of relief. Actually, relief means that the height. And that also ground or originally over the earth's surface, there are a number of heights or highland areas are there, and we are representing on the map by using of different methods basically. Okay, a symbol signs. Here some also methods I'm going to tell you which is using in the topographical map to show the height or show the relief on that topo map. Okay, first is hatchuring. What is hatchuring? Hatchuring basically it is that short lines. Okay, it is short, also we can say short, this kind of short lines people they also imagine, and with that they show the slope of that land. Where this line will be close to each other, that area will have steep slope. Which areas also this line will be far apart, that areas will have gentle slope. Okay. Next, that hill shading. Hill shading also for high areas, and see some part is having shade, some part is getting light. So which part is having shade area means having that steep slope, which part is having light, that is having gentle slope. Okay. And these also hatchuring, hill shading, these kind of methods basically don't use in that our current topo map. Okay. And third is form lines. Form lines, it is also one type of contour, but it is broken contour. And this broken contour also used in some cases to show the height, but it is having some problem because we can't get the definite or perfect also height of that area. Actually contour, we know that it is showing or joining the places having same height above sea level. It is also joining the same also height places, but it never can also tell us the definite or particular height of that area, as well as it is not accessible which areas are having complicated relief. Okay. Next, that we will say that spot height. Spot height basically height of a particular place which is showing by a black dot, and at the side of that dot the height will be written in meter. Like here a black dot here 230 means 230 meter of that place height. Next is triangulated height. Triangular shape, that also height, it is showing also by a triangular shape, that shape, and at the side of this the height will be written in meter. Next is contour. Contour also here, that is the brown line in the map it is showing. Last day in that part 5, that also video, I have explained the conventional signs and different contour patterns. Okay, so you see that video so that you better can understand. Here just contour I am telling. The contour are the imaginary lines which join the places having same height above sea level. Okay, here this also brown lines you are getting to see, it is having the height and it is increasing towards inner parts and decreasing towards outer side. Okay, and they never intersect each other. So these are that basically the methods which you usually use for making of different reliefs in the topo map. But in our topo map we will mainly get to see these spot height, triangulated height and contours to show different relief in our topo map 45D/7 and 45D/10. Students, before going to the definition, different also I will tell now the modes of transportation. This question definitely will be there in your exam. Modes of transportation. Modes of transportation. Okay. Modes can be different. That also railways, roadways and different types. But which kind of transportation it is given in our topo map, that we have to know. So here you will get to see in our topo map the double line metal road. Okay, this kind of metal road you will get to see. This is metal road. Next you will get to see footpath, that is dotted red line, that is footpath. Okay, next you will get to see single line, that also single red line, that is cart track. Students, sometimes students they become confused and in the exam they used to write bullock cart, horse cart, but have you gone that area? Do you have seen that what kind of cart they are using? So don't go also try to write what kind of cart, only write only cart track. Okay, next another this kind of dash also red color line you will get to see, that is pack track. What is pack track? That is using for that also basically we can say movement of that animals. Okay, this is known as pack track. And one more also that transportation we can get to see, that is the railway. Railway. Okay, in that topo map you will get to see that different gauges railway. Here in that part of this cart track you will get to see some of the dry stream also there, and that cart track passing over that, and it is written causeway. Means that causeway, it is the raised platform which also basically made over the dry stream, and that dry season people can also move from over this stream because it is dry, but at the time of rainy season it is not in use. Okay, so these are the main that modes of transportation you will get to see in our topo map. Now students, we have reached to the last point of this also chapter. See here, we are going to discuss different definition. In your book at the last of this chapter you will get to see so many definition basically given there. You can see all the definition, but among these the most important and they used to come in the exam. Okay, so first we will talk about causeway. I just have given the example before. Causeway is the raised platform, over that also dry stream, in that also rainy season it is not out of use, but in the dry season we can use. Okay, and in the topo map it is given also given there by written causeway, so easily you can identify causeway. Next is sheet rock. Sheet rock basically a sheet of rock when due to that erosion or the weathering, that the rock are basically exposed, that is known as sheet rock. And then the broken grounds due to heavy rainfall, due to the flood, the area that also basically become broken. After that the flood water when removed, that area not become that much fertile to grow any of the crops. Okay, so that is broken ground. Brackish, the well, that perennial source of well, but it is having salty water. Due to that it is not it means we can't use that, or we can't drink this water. Spot height, that spot height, it is showing the height of a particular place, and it is showing by black dot in that map, and showing it is number also, or height in meter. Okay, and then disappearing stream, that is most important, students. Sometime in the exam this come, and students they become confused what is disappearing stream. It is one kind of stream when in your topo map you will get to see that also stream is, that dry stream is flowing, and after some time it is becoming, this is black dotted. Okay, it means after this distance it is having sandy area, sandy, due to that more porous sands, they also gone underground, or due to high evaporation, that this stream also it disappear from there. Sometimes this disappearing stream, it is also known as that the underground stream. Here students, I am showing a part of topo map. You are getting to see these are the disappearing stream. See here, these are the dry stream, and suddenly after a distance they have become dotted line. Okay, because due to that evaporations, high temperature, or due to that also presence of porous soil, they gone underground. Okay, this kind of so many stream you will get to see in different parts of this map, where after a distance the river became that underground. Okay, next point I will tell about confluence. Confluence means where two or more rivers basically they meet. Confluence means basically doab area where two rivers meet. So many streams are meeting to the main river, so that is the confluence area. Next is benchmark. Benchmarks, it is showing in the basically the height above sea level, the perfect height above sea level, and on the stone or on the building. Sometime by seeing the benchmark you easily can know what is the actual that height above sea level. Okay, and then fire line, it is also another very important. In that forest area, black this kind of dotted line you will get to see, that is forest, that so in the forest area, that is known as fire line. And this fire line sometime given in the definition in the exam, and students they write that also this fire line given to protect that forest. It is not to protect the forest, it is to set up to prevent the fire, okay, from the forest fire. So here that term is very important, to prevent the fire. Okay, so here this also, this different that definition that you just memorize and practice, it will be very easy for students. This is my kind request. Till now I have done 7 videos on this chapter topographical maps. See from part 1, then also part 2, this way till part 7, so you can better understand all the points, all that also whatever features I have explained in this also chapter. Okay, so stay safe, stay healthy. We will meet in that also next video with some more information, with some more topics. Okay, till then, thank you so much for watching.